afternoon, fret friends. We have a lovely guitar in here. It belongs to a good friend of mine, Jamie Hunter, guitarist for a hardcore English band called, well, not English, because they have an American member as well. I think he's American. But they are called Borstal, so go and check them out. I love their music. And this is one of his Jeff Hannerman guitars. This is a JH-200. The fact that it's got a Floyd Rose on it tells me it's an early model, so it's probably around about 2006. And he reminds me that I put this EMG in it. I don't remember putting the EMG in it, but he says I did, so I must have done. And there you go. So why is it in? Well, it's just in for a regular setup. It's not had a setup for a while. We've got the tremolo locked off. He wants to change tuning as well from E standard to E flat standard, so we're going to do that. We're going to stick some 1046 strings on there. We're going to go over the frets, give them a check. All being well, everything will be level. There'll be no extra charge for a tremolo setup because we're not setting the tremolo up, it is being blocked off. So we're very, very happy with that. I will reset the tuners, however, because it gives us a little bit of extra fine tuning at this end, which always helps. So we can't go there. I was meant to go and plug this in downstairs and give it a play, but I'm not going to do that. Now this is one of two guitars Jamie's bought me in. This is the JH-200 from the early 2000s. He also has the later model, the JH-600, which is a much more upmarket model that retails at around about £2,000 today. That has a Carla tremolo system on there. Again, blocked off, not used. So yeah, this one really easy look, just got a volume, nothing else, no three-way, just the bridge pickup used. So yeah, looks great. Going to be a nice easy one, I imagine. All I really need to do is get the strings off, check the frets. If the frets are level, we can just swap strings over, clean it up, polish the frets, swap strings over, get it all set up and get it back. All being well, we won't have to touch any of the frets. I'll be quite happy if I don't have to do that. Nice guitar. Standard solid guitar, 24 fret, feels really, really nice, lovely weight. I love heavy guitars, so lovely weight for me. So yeah, I'll get the strings off, we'll have a look at it, and I'll come back and let you know what I think of the frets and anything else. So with the strings off, I've set the neck straight, and good news, with the truss rod just in the neutral position, because it's a two-way truss rod, dual truss rod, with it just in the neutral position, the neck is dead straight, and that's how it should be. Your neck should be dead straight with the truss rod in the neutral position. That's if you've got a dual truss rod or a two-way truss rod. I had a penny for every time I do that. I'd have a few pence. Tell you that. Tell you that for free. Right, there you go. So let's have a look again. Yep, dead straight. Happy with that. So we're going to take a fret rocker. And I'll grab a marker pen just in case, but all being well, I'm hoping that's a level, because I can be doing without fret levels. It's a lot of work for little money, but I think I gave this one a few years ago, so it might be alright. If it is, which I tell you what, these frets are fine at the moment, shows that I did a brilliant job last time. I've had this one in before, but I've not had the other one of his guitars in before, so maybe that will need a bit of fret work. Right, frets are level on this, tell you that for nothing, tell you that for free. Really easy setup for me. I like that. Frets are spot on. That is so good. That shows what a great job I did last time I had this guitar, and those frets, there is not one high fret on this guitar at all. So that's fantastic news. So I am going to tape up this pickup, because I'm still going to be polishing my frets. So I just tape over the pickup, make sure we don't get any iron filings in there, or steel wool filings in there. We are going to go in and over. Tremolo needs setting. That tremolo is too low on the treble side, so we can set that all later. We're going to seal over the EMG pickup. I don't want pickup in this. This hole has been sealed for the neck pickup. Jamie doesn't use, he's not big on neck pickups. that's that. So a couple of things I can do also while I'm here is I can loosen these locking what's it here at the back to let the saddles off. I can't do it yet because it is blocked from the back, so I'm going to have a look underneath, remove the block. Let us get the let's first and foremost get a pot for the bits. Everything has to go in a pot in this workshop. I've got pots. I've got stacks of pots everywhere. Cleaning one out, so some loads of dust in it. Give that a quick spray with some compressed air. Beautiful. Let's get a pot for the bits. We always have a pot for the bits. Don't forget there's always, there's a dismantling of guitars as well that you don't normally see. These are all time consuming and putting it back together. These are things you don't normally see on a setup because I don't always show everything. So don't think you're only getting what you see on camera. It doesn't work like that. You're getting snippets of things. There's plenty of things I do that I don't show on camera. Just in case anyone's complaining I charge 50 quid for a setup. I've been charging 50 quid for a setup for about 3 years. And it's a thorough setup. I've not put my prices up for 3 years since during COVID. I only put them up a tiny amount then, so my price has not gone up, but the cost of everything has gone up. Okay, so we have a block of wood in there, which is how we do things. So I'm going to try and get that block of wood out, just so. Oh, that's not coming out, that is set solid. Okay, that's fair enough. Just makes it more of a bastard to restring. Something on there. I think that's been jammed in there. Did I put that in there? I've got no hecking idea. It's possible I put that in there. Well, it's not moving. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to leave it exactly where it is then. Don't have a choice. I could take the springs out and hopefully get it out that way. So there's this as well. This is going to add to the time we're spending on this. For whatever reason I can't get that one off, so bear with me. A bit of a headache as well, which doesn't fucking help matters. Bear with me, I'll stop the camera. I've got quite a swearing out anyway. So to get the strings out, I just had to resort to the old-fashioned way, and that was just leaving that set and just undoing the saddle locking screws at this end of the Floyd. Not saddle locking, these block, saddle blocks, these little things that just fell out because I've not tightened them back up. So we'll get these back in. It is a mechanism that works. It's just more difficult to get them in. I could do with a long, like I've got these long handled T-bar type Allen wrenches. I could do with one that's that size, so I'm going to have a look for one in a bit. The smallest I've got is 4mm. These are, I don't know if 2.5 or 3. What we're going to do is we've got to nip them up, otherwise we're going to lose these saddle blocks. So it's a bit more annoying to get strings clamped in, but needs must. End of the day, we do what we have to, right? This tremolo is proper blocked off. There's no leeway, there's no give or play in it at all. It's almost don't have enough room to get the Allen wrench in. I can see why Jamie's brought this down to me now rather than do it himself. He's thinking, there's no way I'm twatting about with that. There you go. So what I'll do is, I'll get this as loose as I can. I'll get the ball ends in here. So I'll be removing the springs from the back end. So I'll just put that back plate back on. It's going to come back on again. But hey, it's just the way it goes. So what do I need to do now? Well, all I really need to do is polish these frets and get some lemon oil on the finger, mineral oil on the fingerboard to clean it all up. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some protective layer on my mat, on my guitar pad on the bench. Just to catch any of the mineral oil. Normally I line the bench, but I've not done today. I actually have 3 projects on the go today, so I've been a little bit lazy when it comes to this kind of stuff. So I'm just getting some, you know, it's lemon oil, it's mineral oil, on the fingerboard. I can do its job, cleaning. We're going to let that soak in a little while, but while I'm doing that I'm going to be polishing the frets. I'm putting a fret guard over there, or a fingerboard guard over the frets, which I'll show you in a second. You know all about this, you've seen this done many times before. And let that do its stuff. Fret guards, you've seen these. Just slide over the fret. Just protect the fingerboard while I'm polishing. Do not remember having this guitar in, that's all, by the way. Though I don't remember all of them. I take so many in. No pickup in the neck. Anyway. You've all seen me polish frets before. Just pinch some superfine steel wool over the fret. And just give them a rub over. Frets are in great condition on this. So you know how I do things from here, so I'm going to stop the camera, crack on, get this done, let that oil soak in a bit, move on to another project while I'm waiting for the oil to do its thing. And next time we see this we'll put some strings on. That's enough from me for now. So this is all ready for the strings back on. What I've done is on the 2 holes that hold the string retainer bar, I've just put in about 4mm of cocktail stick, the end of a cocktail stick where it tapers in. I've cut the point a bit off just to give me more for the screw to bite into, because a couple of these were actually loose. They weren't in super tight, and now I put some cocktail stick in there. It's going to give me something else to bite, and that's already biting straight away now as soon as I get it that deep. So it's going to make things a lot safer, a lot easier. Something else I mentioned, if these fine adjusters, if I undo them all the way, the screws come up, I can get them much easier. So I'm now ready to put the strings on. I'm not going to film me putting strings on a guitar, on a Floyd Rose. I've done it a zillion times before, you don't need to see it. It's going to be a short video, this one, because it doesn't need any work. I've talked to Jamie, told him my frets are fine. He says, yeah, you did them last time. So there you go. It's testament to how good my fret leveling is. This was done years ago, and the frets are still level. It also says a lot about Jamie and how heavy-handed he is, or how much he's been playing this guitar. Maybe he's not played it that much. In fact, I know he's not played it that much because he's told me. But that's great. But I'm sure he prefers to play his 600, his Carla version, more than this. And I'm certain they both play very, very well. They both sound amazing. So I'm going to crack on. I'm going to get the strings on. We're going to tune it half a step down. Get the strings stretched in nice. I will be using the locking tuners. I'll also be using the fine tuners as well. So we'll get it all set up proper. We'll get these halfway down, and it'll give us fine tune adjustment all at this end with this end locked off. It'll make the guitar a lot more stable, be a lot easier to tune, and yeah, it'll all be good. In faith, I'm going to assume that the intonation is spot on because I did this guitar last. Now I've talked to Jamie this afternoon, and he says, yeah, I did level the frets last time, so it's testament to my work that the frets are still spot on after 2, 3, 4 years or whatever it is. So the things I've done off camera is I've straightened the neck. We've got a tiniest amount of relief between the 6th and 7th fret, about 0.12 millimeters in this area, which is hardly anything. I've got an action of 1.6 millimeters on the bass side above the 12th fret, and an action of 1.4 millimeters on the treble side. I have tuned, I forgot to pitch, but I haven't tightened anything up yet because I haven't stretched the strings in. I've put the string retainer bar back on. I think that's the right way. Sure, that's the right way. But anyway, it's working as it's supposed to. Anyway, so all I need to do really with this is stretch the strings in, and that's just a matter of giving them a good stretch. I've also put these fine tuners halfway down where they should be, which once these strings are stretched in and locked off, it will give us a fine tune adjustment up or down, which is fantastic. So we are plugged into the rack tuner over there. My rack tuner is a Korg DTR 1000 Pro. So we are tuning to E flat, standard tuning, but about half a step down, as you do. Just a licensed Floyd on this, but seems to be a very good one. So I'm going to get these all stretched in. Once they're stretched in, we're going to lock these down. We're going to get all tuned up. We'll alter the fine tuners, and it will be ready to rock and roll. Here is the first of Jamie's 2 guitars finished. This being the ESP LTD JH-200 from round about 2006. I believe it has got a W06 serial number on there, but I guessed it was about 2006 anyway, because the 2007 ones I think started having a Carla on them. So we've left these half in, half out, so we've got adjustment on there. We are in tune to E flat standard or D sharp standard. So that'll all be fine, and we can alter anything we need to on the fine tuner. So all tickety-boo with that one. Didn't need the frets touching, which is fantastic news. So before I move on to his next guitar, just remind you of my website. Facebook's best place, facebook.com/ng17. That's facebook.com/NGONESEVEN. I'm Victor, I'm your fret friend. Until next time, as always, God bless you, be good to each other, and I'll see you in the next one.